Hi, and welcome to this week's Thursday Thoughts. I'm Sarah Hammerkert, and I am glad you joined me. Today I want to talk about merry-go-rounds. When I was a kid, this was my favorite piece of playground equipment. Unfortunately, you have to really look for merry-go-rounds. Fortunately for my children, there is one in a city park down the street from us. And whenever we go to that park, one of the first things my kids would always run to was the merry-go-round. And frankly, it was like the hub of the park. Anytime you went there, there's always a pack of kids on it. And what I loved about the merry-go-round was what it really taught our kids, what it taught all the kids when the parents could stay out of the way. Sometimes parents would get a little too involved in the merry-go-round and start negotiating, and that's when the kids started leaving the merry-go-round. They would just not play with it, because who wanted to be told what to do at a playground when they're supposed to be playing by themselves? But what I loved about a merry-go-round is that it is kind of the great equalizer, right? You had the kids would all pile on, and you'd have to negotiate. Somebody would have to get off and push it around, usually one of the bigger kids. But those bigger kids also needed to pay attention to the little ones who were hanging on, and to make sure that if one really started crying, that they would stop and get it off. Now, I've watched many a merry-go-round playtime, and it's always been fascinating to me that it's very rare in all the hours that I sat watching the merry-go-round and my kids playing on it or not playing on it as they went off to other things, but that the sense of care for other kids, the ability for the kids to negotiate what they wanted to do, how they wanted to play, how fast, how slow, who got to sit where, taking turns pushing, taking turns riding. It was really interesting and fascinating. And I think it really speaks to what play does for kids. Sure, it's fun, but it also teaches them essential truths, essential ways of getting along with everyone, how to negotiate, it's really a good thing. So when you see your kids playing, especially as the weather is getting nice and warm in many parts of the country, step back and let them figure out who's going to be captain of their little baseball team or the kickball or whatever. Let them figure out. And the merry-go-round, if you have one, let your kids play on it. Let them negotiate and see, and let them step up to be the one to say, we've got to stop because this kid needs to get off. I hope you join me next time for Thursday Thoughts. Have fun and go watch a merry-go-round.